love. It was like the sky opened, a light shone down on me, and it was like, you are going to devote your life to cheese.
How long did that take you? What was involved? Sweat, tears, cheese?
Ooh, a lot of tears.
My goal has always been helping people realize their passions.
If you do want to start a business and use social media, you don't want to start out by trying to be an influencer.
Don't try so hard, don't wait so long. Ladies of influence,
Yes.
please tell us, how did you get into what you're doing now? What's your background? Where did you come from? Who are you? What's happening?
So I started working in influencer marketing and getting to know a lot of influencers and people, creators, if you will.
Was it a big company? Did you work for yourself? What does getting into influencer marketing mean?
So I worked on campaigns and audience development for
Okay.
media companies, tech companies, agencies, so the 360. And I raised some money and moved to Chicago and started my own company for influencer networks. And I realized that, you know, in addition to being influencers and posting content on social media, a lot of people are not doing that full time. That's not how they're making their full-time revenue.
Right.
And so someone could be an Instagram influencer, but they're also a makeup artist or also a graphic designer, you know, so they all have slashes in their titles. And what we're really talking about is freelancers.
Right.
So that's when I pivoted my company from influencer network to a freelancer network. And my goal has always been helping people realize their passions, find jobs, and find, you know, revenue opportunities to continue to do what they do.
Right.
So my company became a marketplace for entrepreneurs, small business owners to meet freelancers and work together.
Don't you love how you say this as though, and then the next day I woke up and then I was in
No,
influencer marketing.
it's the opposite
How
of
long
that.
did this take you?
So I've been building my company for 2.5 years so far.
2.5 years.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I know, it sounds so
Awesome.
young, so
Thanks.
amazing.
Thanks. Yeah.
What's your story, young lady?
Well, I have a come to Jesus story. Basically, I studied film production and English literature while I was in college, so I graduated with like not a ton of job prospects. And I found myself, knew I loved food, and I knew that I really liked writing about food. So I got an internship at a company called Plate Magazine. It's a chef's industry magazine.
Okay.
And I was just like editing their little videos, and they asked me to research Spanish cheeses for their Spanish issue. And then when I started doing that, I learned about all of the stories that are behind all of these Spanish cheeses and like the cultures that are behind it, how there's these little villages, there's entire economies based around producing this specific cheese. Exactly. Completely fell in love. It was like the sky opened, a light shone down on me, and it was like, you are going to devote your life to cheese. So I literally Googled, how do I devote my life to cheese? Found a blog, told me to become a cheesemonger, read some cheese books, quit my job that day, and became a cheesemonger. So basically what that means is that you're the person that sells cheese. So I worked behind a cheese counter at a local cheese shop here in Chicago and sold cheese, taught people about it. I mean, when people walk into a cheese shop, they are bewildered. Like, they have no idea how to pronounce the names. Everything smells weird. It looks weird. They don't even know where to start. So it's the cheesemonger's job to guide them in the right, they're like the spirit leaders of the cheese world. They guide you in the right direction towards the cheese of your dreams and offer pairing tips, teach you a little bit, tell you to eat the rind.
What's
that
your
type of
cheese
thing.
spirit animal?
Ooh. Ooh, you know, I do believe I am a Humboldt Fog. It is a beautiful
That
goat's
is like
milk
a Greek
cheese.
to me.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. Humboldt fog?
It's a goat cheese that's from California, and it's so, not to say like it's a very beautiful cheese, and that's not like where our spirit is aligning, but it's bright white. It's just really goth looking, which is like why I think it's my spirit cheese, because it's bone white, and then it has this black shadowy ash through the center, and then it has this gooey line right under the rind that just oozes. It is.
We're seeing your
such a
cheesemongering skills
right
here,
Yeah.
right
Girl,
now.
I'm always on. I'm always down to talk cheese.
I love
Preaching
it.
that curd word
I love it.
24/7.
I love it. And
Yeah.
so the trajectory of you going, I want to absorb every single morsel of cheese I can find,
Yes.
all the way to now, where you have Cheese Sluts t-shirts. How long did that take you? What was involved? Sweat, tears, cheese?
A lot of tears and a lot of cheese.
Do tell.
Yeah, so I became a cheesemonger in 2013. And then I mongered for a year, and I just honestly like was not making any money. So then I started working in restaurants, running food, just to like get that coin. And then when I fell into unemployment, and then started a blog. So I was like, I want to keep talking about cheese. I want to keep teaching people about cheese.
Where did the idea for a blog come from? Did somebody say?
I had done blogs before. Like I had a series of very failed blogs, just about like a bunch of random stuff about movies, about Flannery O'Connor. Just a bunch of random blogs, and none of them were working, but I knew that it was like, if I can take the skills I've developed with a bunch of failed blogs and my passion for cheese and pull them together into one, I might have something.
Love
and
that.
turns out I did.
You did.
I
This was
do.
how many years ago?
In 2015, my business is about to turn 5 years old on April 1st. I know.
Well,
Got lots of
I'm the
celebrating to
geriatric
do.
at the table because I'm twice as long as you. I've been around 10 years.
That's awesome.
And I
Congrats.
did not. I just love how our stories are so freaking different.
Jill Salzman is founder of the Founding Moms, a global collective of mom entrepreneurs. A graduate of Brown University and law school, Jill has built her community to 11,800 on Facebook.
I used to manage bands for a living.
Wow.
Sounds so cool. You're a glorified therapist for musicians, and I would send them out touring the country, the world, Canada, and they would go off, and I would do their publicity in each city. And with each artist who plays a different kind of music, you have to sort of tailor publicity, tailor booking to different people. So I learned a lot about marketing, and I ended up having my first baby girl. Did not
On
go
the road?
anywhere 5 weeks in. I was not on the road. I was never on the road. I did this all out of my home office.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Cool.
I just managed from the home office, had a baby, knew I was going to have a baby at home, tucked her underneath my standing desk, carried on, and then pretty quickly started my second business, selling baby jewelry, little anklets that you slide on to babies.
Gosh.
And it was supposed to be, well, I'm not making so many millions of dollars yet, so I'm going to start a second business, fill in that income. And lo and behold, when I was pregnant with baby number 2, I thought, well, how do you run 2 businesses and a baby? You're going to go crazy. So I went to meetup.com, which is funny that people still don't know about it. They have millions of users. I started up a meetup where I lived, and I said, if you have a business and a baby, please come meet with me and tell me how to not go crazy. How are you doing your sales and your marketing and your branding? And enough women showed up that I thought this could be a business.
Wow, so you started your business because of an actual personal need.
It was completely selfish, and I just wanted to know how to do stuff.
Which is why a lot of businesses are so successful, because there's a real need. It's not made up, oh, wouldn't it be nice if? It's more like, I need to do this, but that doesn't exist right now.
And when you hear the voices going, me too, you kind of go, well, now I want to serve you because I needed it so badly. I understand the pain. So I started serving them, and we're 10 years later. I have since shut down. I don't manage bands anymore. I sold the baby jewelry business in 2011, and all of this again sounds like, and the next day I sold a business. A lot of work. But I have spent 10 years using social media and building up a community around the world where we have meetups offline, and we have online resources, and not enough merch yet. So I might have to talk to you about some cheese for the ladies. But I love what I do because I so understand this need. So that does help, and it's the same passion you talk about when you're explaining Humboldt Park cheese, Humboldt Fog cheese. Because
Humboldt Fog and Humboldt Park.
yeah,
That's a content
we
idea.
get it, we love it, we want it. So I love serving my mamas, even if I hate social media.
So Jill, I'm curious. You have a doctorate degree, and you're a trained lawyer.
Yes.
But you decided to manage a band.
Make my parents cry.
And make baby jewelry. How did that happen?
How didn't it happen? I knew when I went to grad school that I loved law school. Nobody says that. I really loved it because I think I knew I was never going to go off and work in an office and sit there all day staring at a computer or yelling at people. So with that degree, which is wildly helpful in any area, if you're ever going to buy a house or sign a contract, love it. So I knew, and I had, right before law school, I had worked at a record label in New York. So I knew I wanted to be in music. I love music. I'm a musician. All of it felt really good. And musicians need a lot of help. So I thought, well, I can help you. I'll figure this out. Boy, did I mess up some careers at the beginning. Shout out to, you know who you are. And then really out of desperation, I started the second business selling baby jewelry because I didn't make it. I imported. I had some cousins who live in Thailand. I had them ship these anklets to me thinking, this will be easy. Ship it. I'll throw it up on a website. Sold. Didn't realize how much work goes into launching a product-based business. So
it's all about brand, right? It's not
All
just
about
the
brand.
product, not just the logistics,
absolutely.
but the brand. Yeah.
yes, and in fact, I did post a lot of pictures of my then 6-month-old without names. Nobody knows unless I tell them. But she featured the anklets for quite a bit, and I learned pretty quickly I hated selling products. Hated, no offense at all to you.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
am a
fine.
service-based girl, so I knew this isn't for me. So when the Founding Moms began, I realized I'm going to get rid of this business as quickly as humanly possible and follow that. So for all of the viewers watching, we all need to know, what are the gems that you've learned over the years that you advise anybody watching that they should do or shouldn't do with their businesses?
So I come across this question a lot. People asking, hey, I'm going to start a business on social media, or I'm going to start a business. Should my social media handle be something different other than my personal account? Right? Do I start a new one, or do I build on my existing one?
What say you?
Well, typically, I would suggest build on top of your existing one because you already have so many followers, right? If you're starting brand new, that's starting from zero again. But yes, maybe edit your personal content that doesn't represent your brand. That's not brand friendly, right? But you're gonna ask your friends and family to follow you as your first 100 followers anyways, and they're already following your personal account, so just build on top of that.
Do you change the name of the account you already have that's huge?
I think so, yeah. Make it your brand account.
Okay, I love it.
Yeah, honestly, the best thing I ever did for my business was creating a personal Instagram. At first, I did just build on top of my personal Instagram, and then I ended up having to edit everything out because I didn't really realize how important it is to separate your personal life from your business. Because your business is something that, I mean, it should be your business, should be all about your brand. And there's going to be times where you want to post a picture of your best friend when it's their birthday. And honestly, the people that are following me to learn about cheese don't really give a shit that it's my friend's birthday. They want to know what's the cheese plate that I'm serving her. If I'm going to make it personal at all. I would also recommend, if you do want to start a business and use social media, you don't want to start out by trying to be an influencer. You want to start out by serving people or doing a service that isn't out there right now. So I did it because I wanted to teach people about cheese, and there were some other cheese blogs out there, but they weren't doing it the way that I was doing it.
That's great, because my gem was going to be something along those lines of,
take it away.
Don't think that you're too similar to somebody else, or you're going to do it your own way, you're going to do it authentically. Don't try so hard, don't wait so long. Too many people will sit and stare at their photo for hours, convince themselves it's not a good one, move on to the next one. Filter, 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 filter. Terrible. Just post and post some more, because the feedback you get is going to have you keep on moving to the right photos.
That's
and the
More doing, less
Stop
thinking.
waiting.
Exactly.
Stop waiting.
Let yourself fail, because that's the only way you're going to learn. You have to fail over and over again. I have had so many failures.
So many.
And I'm so grateful for all of them.
How many we all have had collectively.
That's too long of a conversation.
Oh my gosh. So we are the Ladies of Influence. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you online.
I think the word influencer has a charge for people.
The petty part of me hates the word influencer because that's what this platform demands, is that if I'm not consistent or if I'm not showing you a part of my life at every moment, then you'll unfollow me. It's like, well, then don't follow me.